Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk K Keys. Today's topic is, what do women really want in relationships? Our panel today consists of four beautiful women: Lisa, Brittany, Juanita, and Edna. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us. We're excited to know what it is that you want in a relationship. So let me just throw the question out there. What is it that you look for in a relationship?
Consistency.
I think for me, it's certainty. Just be sure of what you want from me before you approach me. And then the relationship will take care of itself once we know what we're here for. That's how.
Honesty.
Honest, someone who's able to communicate.
Honesty and
Communication.
you want the person to be authentic and, like she's saying, have great communication. What else? You want to build trust, and you want a reliable and dependable person at your side. What more could be more?
A good listener. You need a good listener, because some tend to stray away from listening to you when you're talking to them. So you want them to listen, and you also listen to them, and keep the communication going, because that's another key thing in the relationship.
You also say communication. For me, effective communication is the thing, because
Right.
I run into a lot of relationships where they love to talk, but they're not saying they're not saying anything that's helping, or they're not saying anything that is that's deep enough to get to the root of our problems, or so we communicate. It's a lot of talking.
Also, I would also like to attract a person who is whole, like a guy who is healed,
Yes.
because a lot of people, they suffer from traumas, they have childhood wounds that are not healed, they have issues with just being emotionally available. A lot of men are emotionally closed in. They get, like she's saying, they're talking, but they cannot even communicate with you on that level. So you would want a person who is whole and healed, and they have already dealt with those childhood traumas and those triggers from their past relationship, as well as from their past childhood. So all of that transcends into adulthood and into your relationship. And so when you're not a whole and a healed person, you come broken to people, and you have a lot of issues. And I'm not here to fix anybody's life, and I'm not here to take you in as a project or to build you up. I'm sorry. Just keeping it real.
Or a partner that is healing. Why do women have to be the one to take you on a 5 date and light a candle and say sit down? Why can't you be the head and be the one healing, so that the whole house
Thank
is
you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
But
I
you
would like
can
someone who's
also-
my peace.
Right.
Because in so much relationships, people you come home and there's no peace. I want someone who's my peace together. So we could discuss things without arguing about it. We can agree to disagree, and so it's the peace. Who's going to bring peace to a relationship, and who's not argumentative. Not saying that they're gonna agree all the time, but we can discuss and agree to disagree on issues.
Compatibility.
Compatibility, yeah. Another thing is, I lost my train of thought. Another thing is, I wouldn't mind a guy who's actually opposite to what I am, so that our relationship could stay spunky. Some people prefer people who have the same things in common, but I don't mind it being we're being a little bit opposites from each other, because I'm going to be bored. You want a guy who's confident in himself. You want a guy who is strong mentally and emotionally. I'm telling you, like the list goes on and on. They would say, we want someone who's perfect. But it's time to work on.
Yes. And sometimes you can tell what a man is about by the way he treats his mother and his family. That's the key word. But if he loves his mother, you can tell that he's going to love you too. So you have to look into that too. Tell how he loves his mother. Mhm.
Juanita look like
and
she agree with
yeah. No, and then I don't know if it's Juanita or who. You were saying that you want to make sure the guy has a relationship with God.
Yeah,
So
of
you
course.
want to make sure the guy is strong in his faith. You want to make sure that he's spiritually aware and open, and he
Mhm.
can actually listen to God and know what direction to go in his life.
Right,
You
right,
know, because
right.
how could you come into my life to say you're gonna lead me? Who is your leader? Who do you listen to?
Amen.
Do you have a higher conscience? Do you hear God? Who do you listen to? Or are you just all
Right.
about floating and knocking from pillar to post? You
Mhm.
see? I could go in on that. I could
Ooh,
go in. Haitianese
you
know me.
came ready, girl.
Haitianese
You
know me,
came
girl.
ready.
Also, someone who is financially
You know
stable.
me. Yes.
Um,
Oh,
You
someone
said
financially
what?
stable because
Oh, yeah.
financially stable, so that they are
girl.
able to provide. Also, that you're not able to be taking care of somebody. We could come
Hi.
together and build.
That to
Mhm.
go.
So you
I was
want
gonna
somebody you
say
can build with, a future with.
Right, right.
that goes to the gender roles. I was gonna say a
Yes.
man who knows that he's a man without society telling him what it means to be a man. Like
Mm-hmm.
you being financially stable, you being able to be healed, you respecting your mother. Why does society have to tell you that that's right or wrong? Like, be your own man. Like, why is it that we get to be these wonderful, beautiful, blooming flowers of
Right.
individual snowflakes, but y'all gonna all be the same? No, like, find yourself and then come to me. Like,
Thank
Right,
you.
right,
Thank you.
right.
And
Yes.
to piggyback on all that financial stability, I mean, and what I noticed, right? Because I get a lot of flack from this. I personally do not believe in black struggle love. I'm just being
No.
honest. I'm not saying the guy has to come to me rich. I'm not saying that he has to come to me a millionaire. I'm not saying that he has to come to me wealthy. However, B said, you work on yourself. Why are you approaching a woman and you don't even have a job? Who's supposed to?
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have a job. Why are you looking for a woman?
Right.
You
First
have
thing you need
nothing
to
to
do, find
offer.
a job. You have nothing to offer. You understand? We are women. We are the multipliers. We are the life givers. Yes, you guys provide the sperm, but everything you give us, like Dr. Miles saying, I quote what he's saying, women are the multipliers. So why are you coming to us with nothing to offer and then you expect us to love you? Oh, that's love. When you accept a guy when he has nothing and he's broken, he's busted. Oh no, sweetie. What
And
kind
no
you gonna lead?
ambition. No
And
ambition.
no ambition. You're not
I'm a,
Because
outgoing.
it's one thing to be out of the job for a short period of
Job too.
time and actually
That
be
too. Yeah.
looking,
right.
but
Yeah.
to have no
Exactly.
motivation at all.
Mm-mm.
But
Exactly.
even I
Mm-mm.
think at the point, if you're out of a job, if we are in a relationship, it's one thing that you lose your job. But to come
Yeah.
into a relationship without a job, I
Thank
think that's the
you.
next thing. But
Thank
because
you.
if I can depend on you, if you're already in a relationship and you lose your job and you were doing your role, then
Yeah.
I could still work with you.
Yeah.
Once you're
Right.
working
I agree.
towards something.
I
Right,
agree.
right.
That's completely different. But I'm talking about some guys. They don't have any ambition. They don't have anything, and that's your proof or approval of showing them that you love them because
Uh-huh.
you accept them that way.
yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
understand where I'm coming from?
No, can't.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I'm not talking about a
I
couple
understand.
or if we're dating or if we're married at least and you lose your job and I'm
Mhm.
there to support you and help you through that process. I'm talking about you want to approach a lady and you think it's fine, taking her to win. Sorry, y'all. Hey, listen, I have a lot of issues with a lot of things I hear and you're not
What they call them scrubs.
girl.
And they will. I had an issue. I mean, a situation where the guy, well, we broke up because I was too strong, and so then
Right,
he dated a weaker
Mm.
woman who he could
right,
get a job. As long as he's the one getting her in and out of jobs, he felt like the man. He felt like, no, you want to be
Wow.
a father. Okay,
right,
you want to be somebody's dad. That's not being a partner. That's not being a man because I didn't let you provide for me what I could provide for
right,
myself.
right, 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 right.
Mhm.
Also, someone who is
Wow.
strong, a man who's strong, who because me myself, I have my own stuff. I have my house. I don't want somebody who's intimidated or feels of can't live up to something because they don't because I have my own. So I've seen in relationships where I come into a relationship and men are threatened by a woman who has their own or on an
Yes.
educated woman. So yeah, that's an
Yes.
excellent someone who's
Yes.
who's whole with it themselves, who able to see a woman who has more than them and still be able to be in a relationship and provide. So
Mhm.
Wow. And the thing is, so many mature women, they're basically coming with the package. They're
Mhm.
coming with their home, they're coming with their certifications or their degrees, they're coming with their cars. So in a case like that, what do you look for in a man? Like, what would be your ideal man? I know you mentioned strength, but and emotional stability and everything like that. But if there were 3 characteristics that you had to choose for an ideal man, what would it be?
Honesty would be number
Very
one.
interesting.
Mhm.
I would say whole.
My
because-
characteristics would
Oh, go ahead.
be. Oh no, go ahead. Sorry, B, you were talking. You can go.
I was gonna say
You can go.
whole, healthy, and humorous. Because if you're whole, then financially, mentally, if I
Right.
have more than you, none of those things will weaken you. My strength won't weaken you if you're whole. And then my feminism won't demasculate you. Like none of that will be if you're whole. And then healthy, because I just don't want you smelling like Rello guts and cigars and like, like,
Yeah.
I want to be able to have fun with my partner, and I don't want to touch you if you're not healthy. Okay. And then humorous, because we can get through. There won't be, like Miss Juanita said, we not coming home arguing every day. Joan on me, make a joke. Let's have a flaming session. Let's joke. Let's do a TikTok. Let's do anything to lighten the mood, because I am mad.
Right.
You got me
That's
messed up. But
fine.
you know what? We can be humorous about it if that's who you are.
Right.
We can be measurement.
Right. Mhm.
okay, with me it would be somebody I could trust, who's able I could communicate with, and intimacy. If we are compatible on that level, because I like to talk, I like to hug and stuff like that. So somebody's like that for me. And obviously the
Affectionate.
peace part.
Mhm. That's true.
I need the peace. That's most important.
Yeah, I think at
why
this
you
stage
said
in my
3.
life, that's important.
It's more than
Why you only gave us
Yeah.
3? The 3 is so hard.
I mean, they're the 3 main
Yeah.
points. Like for me, it's definitely peace. I have to go with Juanita. Peace is like key in my life. Like I don't want no stress. Don't bring the burden.
The
Don't
drama.
bring the drama. Exactly. Don't bring
Yeah.
the excess baggage that should have gotten thrown away. Bring the peace for sure.
Right. Right. You do need peace. Mhm.
Like, what are some red flags that you've experienced or you've seen in other person's relationships that you would kind of point out to someone when they're looking for a relationship? What are some of the red flags to avoid?
The biggest one
Instability.
is
Instability for me.
if they're stable. That's one red flag. If they're stable, if they come
Yes.
to you needing anything,
Yeah.
because I've ran into relationships where they needed somewhere to stay, they
Hey.
needed a mother,
Oh,
they needed a babysitter.
Jeez,
Nope.
they very needy.
Yeah. That's instability. A person who is unstable, they're just all over the place. Like nothing in their life is
Yeah.
together. So that's
Mhm.
like a major red flag. This week you're on a new job. The next week you're here. Your kids over there. You're this way. You're that way. You have nowhere to live. You can't. You need stability. Also, instability in terms of your sex life. If you're here, if you're sleeping with this one and that one and this one and that one and this one and that one, stuff like that.
Nope.
Nope.
and someone who has trust issues, because it start
Yeah.
off
Oh yeah.
they have trust issues with you. They'll start off like you're the issue or you're doing something wrong. So
Mhm.
someone who's insecure in themselves and has a trust issue with so yeah, that's a red flag.
And if they have trust issue, it means that they're doing what they're not supposed to be
To
doing.
do.
And that
Exactly.
they do not trust you.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yes.
But if they know they're not doing anything, they're going to trust you and you can trust
Yes.
them. But anytime you hear them say, "Where you been? What you been doing?" Watch out. There goes the trust.
Yeah.
So true. So true.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
So what do y'all think about mama's boys? Like they the
Uh,
whole package,
oh yeah,
but
that's the
their
next red
mama.
flag. That's
Oh,
the next red
Yes.
flag.
That's a red flag.
I
I believe you
Most
should love your mother, but it's if your mother's too involved, I mean,
right.
involved in any way, because you allow as an adult man, you should be able to the mother shouldn't be input into your life. Only if you
No.
come and ask questions and stuff like that, but she shouldn't be telling you exactly what you should be doing in your relationship. If
Mhm.
you decide to discuss something, but that shouldn't be where you are. Every decision goes to your mother. That shouldn't be the case. So that's mother's boy, no.
We have a lot of those mama's boys. A lot of them. Yep.
I think my issue with my mama's boys is that they don't know how to take anything from another woman. It's if you're not their mother, or you don't say it the way she said it, teach it the way she taught it, or something like they can't even accept it from another woman
Yeah.
that's not her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like my mama don't cook like that. My mama don't
Oh,
clean like
yeah.
that.
So bring your mama home, honey. Let her do
Okay.
Tell her she on call. Right.
I would
Let her
say
do
too,
the
a
work.
next red flag would be a person who lacks loyalty. Like if you're not loyal to your friends, if you're not loyal to people who mean something to you, how can you be loyal to you're getting where I'm coming
Mhm.
from? Like
Yes.
if you're always changing friends, or if you're always, in quarrels with people, you're always, that's also still a sign of instability. But
Mhm.
a person who lacks loyalty, like even in terms of being dedicated or loyal to your specific goals, you understand? You may have
Right.
goals. Are you loyal to those goals, or do they switch and change? So it comes in with being loyal and consistent,
Mhm.
because you always
Mhm.
want to have consistent people, because you would only be able to depend on consistent people and people who are loyal to those in their lives,
Mhm.
or have a
Also, toxic people are red flags.
yeah.
People who always are negative, nothing comes out of their mouth is positive. Every time they speak is negative, or things they post
Mhm.
on social media is just plain. Everything is just negative.
Garbage. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Wow. So do you think there's ever an instance where you can date someone who has one or two red flags and it works? Or should you just stomp it out one time?
You
I
should
feel like
stop
it'll
it.
go
You just dump it
somewhere.
out, child.
It just won't go where you
No,
thought it was
child,
going to go.
no. No, girl.
So you just don't tolerate it at all. Just say like,
Not at
nah.
all.
Yeah, and
Once they
then
were
okay.
sorry. Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
I was gonna say everybody's red flags aren't the same. So some
Yeah.
things that
Yeah.
are super red flag for one woman, another woman may get turned on by that. Like even though it's a red flag to us,
Like,
it seems like,
yeah.
oh, that's toxic, that's a no. Some people may
Mhm.
be able to handle it differently,
Handle
or
it,
they maybe
yeah.
had a father where they dealt with it. Like some people can handle certain red flags differently. But yes, if it is your red flag, no. No, it
Mhm.
can't go anywhere successful. It's yours.
For example, right? Like I'm gonna give you an example of a red flag, or something like what I consider to be a pet peeve. Like I met this guy through a friend. He asked me to go out on a date with him, right? He asked me to go out with him. He asked a friend for my number. So I gave the friend my number. He's an okay guy, tall, whatever, whatever. All the good stuff, has a nice job. So the guy got my number, and then he's like, hey, what you up to? So I was like, nothing. I was like, okay, hello, what's your name? You understand? So
Right.
he just
Great.
started telling me his name. He was like, what you doing? I'm gonna come for you right now. I was like, hold up now. Hold up. What do you mean by what am I doing? I want to come for you now. So every time the conversation, it was like getting nowhere. I was like, first of all, you didn't ask me out on a date. You didn't do things the proper way, or whatever. What do you think this is? Oh man, I'm single. I'm so lonely right now. I just need someone in this cold weather and blah blah blah. So I was like, no. If you're interested in me, I said you would take me on a date. So he messaged me the following day, and he was like, hey, what you saying? I say, you still haven't told me your name. What's your name? And so he told me his name. I'm
What's
telling
your
y'all,
age?
I am telling you, he told me his name. This guy is supposed to be some educated, guy, whatever. So he told me his name, and then he was like, "So what you doing right now?" I was like, "You know what? This is not going to pan out because I don't know what you think this is because this ain't that
Yeah.
type of party. You understand?" So and I was like, "Besides, I have a daughter. I cannot just up and just go with people. Who does that?"
Nobody.
Exactly.
So from me, now some women, he may be a guy who may want to see the person and want to get to know them in their face or whatever, whatever. I'm not that type of woman. So other people may discover how he is, but that doesn't work with everyone. I say, sir, find a restaurant and let's go to lunch. You think he answered me? He didn't.
No.
I don't know if I think
He was hoping that you would cook for him.
Oh, sir, I think he wanted me to do something else for him.
But clearly he would have gotten responses in the
Yeah.
past.
Clearly. And
I think
ladies, I feel like women, no offense, I feel like women who are more easier made it harder for women who have just a little bit more standards. Because
Yes.
men feel as if they could just come to you and just throw this to you and just do this. Secondly, men feel because you're plus size, because I'm a plus size woman, that you have low
Hey.
self-esteem or you're dark skinned because you have low self-esteem. So when they shoot their shot, you're just supposed to just up and jump and just go with them. It doesn't work like that. You come to a woman, you ask for a proper date. You try to court her properly. You trying to get with her. You what's going on? Now, if I was the one who was shooting my shot, and if the roles were reversed, and I was shooting my shot, and I was going, that's on me. But you don't say you're going to pursue a woman, or you're asking her out, or you want to get with her, and that's what you're gonna do, man. I'm telling y'all, man, it's
that
crazy
goes
out
back to
here.
what we were. That goes back to what we were saying earlier, though. Like, if he had an understanding of what he was supposed to come with, like what did he want from you, or where it was gonna, then that whole approach will be different. But they don't. I don't think they know anymore. Like they don't. We're sitting here trying to be trophy wives, but they don't even see the prize possession. They don't see the win in having a woman anymore.
Thank you. And that's why I said, because some women, easier women who require nothing, made it much harder for those who just have a little bit of standard.
That is true. That is true.
And the thing is, when you have standards, you're looked at as difficult.
Oh,
she thinks she's better.
Or you think you're
aggressive.
You think you're aggressive, exactly. And no man's gonna want you because no man wants a woman with a loud mouth and blah blah blah. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's crazy out there, and especially what you see in the videos and on TV. The idea of a relationship that's presented is just so far from reality. At least what I would say our reality, but I guess it's some people's reality where anyone buck up goes,
Yes.
But that guy just sounds crazy.
He's crazy. He was crazy. Like,
I don't think he wanted a relationship.
I don't know you. I don't think he wanted it. He just probably wanted. We know what he wanted, but you still don't do that. But you, even if you want that, I'm not saying I'm giving it to you, but you still don't do it that way. You still don't do it that
little.
I think you said something earlier, so that made me think like, maybe they don't. Dang, I just lost my train of thought. She just said something. Come back to me. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Oh, wait. Romanticizing things. That's a red flag for me. If I'm sitting here saying, hey, I own a dance company, I got a show coming up, and I'm in somewhere right field, and you go left with, well, I'm lonely and I want to cuddle, and what you doing? If you have to romanticize or sexualize everything, then we'll never have a romantic relationship, because that's that's going to be the focus every day, all day, no matter what's going on.
Thank you. You're right. And so to me, like, I mean, I'm just piggybacking. That's a red flag. I would say how to approach a woman, red flag. If you're not coming with the right approach, red, hey, get out my face.
Mhm.
No, I would never go with you. But yeah.
So how do you undo what another woman has already done?
My
Like
Lord, this is a deep
what they would
question.
have already tolerated for so long and made another man think that, you know, it's okay and this is something that every woman tolerates. How do you undo that? How do you undo what his mom already taught him? How do you undo what his baby mother already taught him or his ex-girlfriend? Like, do you even work to undo it, or do you just say, you know what?
I don't think I want to do that. I know
Yeah.
this song I heard a few years back. Can't raise a man.
Yeah.
It's I can raise my own children. I'm not gonna come and raise them. Try to change because you're gonna be changing that man, not for you. You're gonna change him for the next woman. He has to grow up
Hello.
before he comes to you. He
Thank
has to do
you.
it on his own. But I'm not gonna
That
change a
healing, that
man for
work.
somebody else.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So true.
That's
So
true.
you
That's what I
basically
was
just
saying
leave it
about the
alone.
work. Yeah, that's why I'm saying a guy, he has to come to you whole. Just like B said. You have to do all of that inner work, deal with those childhood wounds, deal with whatever relationship scars and in the battlefield and the emotional traumas and the triggers from this one and that one. I'm talking about if you're seriously involved with seriously interested in getting involved with someone. You understand? I'm not
Right.
talking about if you're just dating to have fun and you're just all over the place having fun. I'm talking about when you're approaching someone and you're interested in getting serious with someone or you're looking for a life partner. That's
Right.
that's what I'm
Right.
referring to. You know, deal with
Yes.
yourself. I wouldn't want to go into a relationship and being broken and beating the guy with every stick from my past relationships. You understand? I have to work on myself. As women, we are taught you work on yourself, you develop yourself so that you can be a better woman. And then the men are broken. And it's fine because society says, okay, it's fine. They're men, they'll get over it. Or another woman is their next remedy or bandage to all the things that they've experienced in their past.
Mhm.
You
Ooh,
know,
that is powerful.
it is
Mhm.
powerful.
That is powerful and
It is.
a huge eye opener because, you know, so true. Like even from we are kids, women are taught to be nurturers, taught to
Mhm.
cook, taught to clean, do all these things through having the little Barbie dolls and all this. And what are guys taught?
Nothing. Sit there and scratch. Sorry.
Fighting, action.
They don't
That's
We're
want
even
about
to.
it
promoted
though.
to put down our flowering pots and go be astronauts
Right.
and seek other
Exactly.
things, but they don't have to stop their basketball games and their boy time to
Exactly.
go light a
Right.
candle and reflect somewhere. Like they're
Exactly.
not promoted to heal. Like they're not, society doesn't
Exactly.
encourage them to heal. So
Mhm.
they use it, and then we've normalized situationships. You got SZA talking about, I'm good, I just want them on the weekend. We are
Exactly.
normalizing.
Oh,
We're
God.
normalizing situationships. So guess what? Even if I want a relationship from you, you just had 16 other situationships that
And
was
so you
so
don't
much
know,
more
Okay.
easier.
and you don't know how to transition because all you're used to are situationships. And so when a
Yep.
real woman comes along and she challenges every single thing you've learned, that's why you have to heal. I'm serious. Work on yourself before you approach or get interested in people. Honestly, people just don't work on themselves. And like you're saying, only women are the ones who's supposed to heal their emotional scars and wounds. You see what men do? The majority of the stories with men who give stories about their first heartbreak. After they have already gotten their first heartbreak, then they go around and then they ramage through everyone else. You
Yeah.
understand?
Right.
They
That is
ramage and
true.
damage everybody else. You need
Mhm.
to
Because
go
of
back,
that one.
sit down, and heal that. Whatever it takes, go to therapy. I would recommend therapy. People need therapy. You understand? It has to heal. Pray, get it out, do something, talk to someone,
Mhm.
get it out, get your healing. It's very important.
So many people don't recommend that though, because of the whole boys don't cry or men don't
Oh,
cry and men don't have emotions.
They
So
got
when
them. They
they
just
have them right
angry.
there.
They
They're
got
when
right
them.
they
there.
have issues, it's like they don't want to go to
Exactly.
therapy
Mhm.
Exactly.
because that's what they've been taught all their life. Like, oh, they must be cold or rough and tough, and
They were
they don't.
And
told
They
then
that
don't.
they
it's
were
seen,
strong
and then
enough
it's
to
seen
bear
as something
every emotion.
feminine. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A
And
real
then,
man cries, though. A real man
yeah.
cries.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's just it. Everybody cries. We're all
Yeah, we're
human.
human. Oh, and we have to just deal with those emotions. And instead of going to the bar or hanging out with your friends, you and your boys,
All
all y'all
right
do the same
then.
thing. You and your
Mhm.
boys, all y'all do the same thing. How you? It's just crazy. Like
Right.
it's a continuous cycle.
Yeah.
It's just a continuous cycle of broken people mixing with broken people, and your level of toxic mixing with my level of toxic, and
Yes.
nothing
Encouraging it
is
to be
resolved.
worse.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, yes, yes. And
Oh
sometimes
my
you can tell a
goodness.
man by the friends he keeps,
Right.
you know.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
You
Mhm.
can.
You're right.
Mhm.
You're
Look at
right.
the friends, and you can just tell.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, that one. That is so true
Uh,
because
They're friends.
sometimes you have those wolves in sheep clothing
Clothing.
and you're
Yeah.
trying to figure out, well, how come this sheep around all these wolves? Because
Uh-huh.
he's one of those wolves. He just playing his card
Exactly.
real good.
Exactly. You're
And
right.
that's what he
You're right.
wants. And then
Mhm.
Mhm.
That is so true.
It's true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that right there, that's a learning experience.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Mhm.
It
Because
is.
those same sheep sometimes they worse than the wolves.
Oh yeah.
They
Yeah,
worse
because
than all their
especially
friends. They teaching them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you know,
especially with some men, if you
children,
tell them everything, you will communicate everything and
Mhm.
what you want. So they'll put on a part for until they get you to the point where they want you. So
Mhm.
I mean yeah, kind of fake. So if you
Mhm.
can you tell them everything, I prefer not to tell you my needs and what I expect in a man. I expect to see it from you because then when
Yeah.
I tell you,
Mhm.
then you put
Yeah.
on that act for a while.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
you feel
That's true
that
too.
you have me in your clutch.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Mhm.
It
That
is.
is
Right.
true.
That's why I
That is
say people don't be authentic. My thing is,
No.
be authentic. If a person is interested in you, they into you.
Mhm.
If you get
Yeah,
rejected, dust yourself
That's
off
it.
and try again. That's life. You know,
exactly.
that's right.
you can't
That's
go
right.
crazy. I mean, and it sounds hard and it sounds harsh, but that's the reality. Be your authentic
Mm-hmm.
self. Work
Yes.
Yep.
on yourself before you approach another human being, especially a
Mhm.
woman. You know, like I
Yes.
said, we are
Especially a
the
whole
most
woman.
tired. A whole,
Mhm.
thank you, a whole woman. Now, if you want to choose and go and do whatever you want to do with whoever else, that's on you. But
Right.
Mm-hmm.
look within and see
Mhm.
what it is I need to do, and let me be
Mhm.
real. So when I approach this woman, there are no hidden agendas. There are no
Yeah.
issues that I still have
Right.
to work on.
And
Right.
you're coming to
Exactly.
a whole woman with a whole understanding, a full understanding of how she's whole, especially if she's at childbearing age, not
Yeah,
just the age, if she has children. Chemically, that woman ain't who she was 10 years ago.
it's true.
Mm-hmm.
So understand that we went through being pregnant, having a kid, and postpartum. Those three
Mhm.
things alone mean that you need to understand who I am before you even
Right.
approach and try to go
Exactly.
on a date.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
Those
Yep.
Right.
three
That's a
alone.
whole nother level of
I am
maturity.
so serious. Like,
Mhm.
If you don't have that, you gotta go sit down.
Right. Right. Right.
That is so true.
Mhm. It is.
I had a guy straight ask like, so when are you gonna stop being postpartum? I just want my old friend back. I'm confused. What you say?
What?
wow.
When am I gonna stop being a woman? Maybe never. So what are we talking about? Like,
Wow.
Exactly.
what do you mean? They have to really understand what we go through, who we are,
True.
and why that makes us who we are and how we are. And then you figure out your spot in it. Let
Mm-hmm.
me be me, and
I
then
mean,
you figure out your place in it.
Right.
and B, the thing is, and I think it's because women have lost their value. I always say this. I always say this. I don't know if Keisha follows me on Facebook, but I get attacked
Yeah.
a lot from men. Women have lost their value over the years. You
Yes.
understand? Like how you say they have to understand you. It's because a lot of us have lost our value and our essence of over the years due to, like I was saying, situationship, due
Yes.
to keeping it up like this in one night, due to many, let's just say, many promiscuous instances we have lost our value, and men do not see us the way they used to see us back then. Like a guy would say,
Mhm.
what they have to do all of that for? I could just give her $40 and that's it. The $40 thing, sorry, blew me out the water. I didn't even know that was
Yeah.
a thing. I'm serious. I just on Facebook and
And
I saw
some
everyone
people
talking
only
about
want
$40.
20 now.
I was like,
Nobody.
what? What is $40? What y'all talking about?
Oh my
Gas
goodness.
money. I don't know. I don't
So,
One
so,
meal.
You
so
can't get them with $40.
when you could just throw $40 at a woman and you're having a good time, and it seems like it's the norm in society and everybody's just doing this. For me, it's like,
Exactly.
what's going? I get
That's
stuff.
the new way to date.
Yeah, like 1985. Like what world is that?
Oh my.
Yeah. So I mean, and for us too. I mean, we can't just say what we want from women. We need to look at ourselves and say, how can I be a better woman so that when my man comes or when the time arrives, he can actually see my value and see my worth.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. He has to see my value and he has to be able to see my worth, you know,
Right. Mhm, mhm.
and put in work for what he wants. Plain and simple.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, man, y'all are y'all saw the $40 thing? None of y'all do
Yeah.
the $40 thing, right? Y'all don't do
Yeah.
Girl, listen, $40 wouldn't even fill my car up, okay?
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Mhm.
Oh my
Can't even get gas and a meal with
No.
40.
No.
Girl.
Mm,
Girl.
Mm.
$40. Wow.
Yeah. I don't
But
see what
that's
the
the
benefit
society
is
we
as
living
a
in.
woman getting it.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The woman receiving it. How did you have a good day? $40.
Girl, I'm just
Yeah, had a good day, but
Exactly.
$40. Wow.
Crazy.
so I have a question for you, Shanique, but I mean, I'll just ask the panel. So what do you
Mhm.
guys think about first dates? I'm gonna ask because I know it's different people. What do you guys think, or what would you look for in a first date?
for me, I don't look for the fancy or the wealthy first date. I like the time when I could go to a park date, or the times where we could go to like a new bistro opening or something, like when the city was exciting. I guess quarantine kind of makes things different.
Yeah.
COVID kind of makes things different, but when the city, or when the city was exciting to go around to, then we could pick a first date, like Miss Smith said, anywhere. We can go anywhere. You pick it first of all, but then we can go anywhere. But
Mhm.
I'm not looking for how much you're spending, or how fancy the place is you chose to go. What are we doing? If our first date is somewhere where we can't communicate like a movie, then I don't know about your interest in me. You know that. So where we go that determines if there's another one. But I like
Mhm.
the days where it could be as innocent as going to the park, or
Okay.
somewhere
You
to
like
get to
simple
know
dates.
somebody.
You like simple dates.
I like to get to know it.
You
Yeah,
like
I want to know.
you and I are quite opposite. I like the fancy schmancy stuff. Look at this.
First date,
She's
yes,
having to go to
I
the
want you to go
symphony.
all out.
Y'all out. Thank you, Shanique. The first date, I'm like,
But
go all
later
out. Let me show
on,
you.
later, if I'm really feeling you,
Feeling
then
you, yeah,
simplicity is
that's me.
fine for me. But I
I'm
want to know that you thought about it. Like you didn't just think I
Yeah.
was some random chick that
Uh-huh.
you picked up and said, "Oh, I'm gonna take you on a date." No, I want my roses. Okay,
Right.
I want a nice bottle of wine or champagne,
Yeah.
whatever. And it doesn't have to be a super expensive place either. Just,
No.
a nice aura, great music, something that shows, there's some kind of class and thought that went into it.
Right.
I'm agreeing with Shanice. I'm agreeing totally.
Yeah.
In
And it have to be some good food because I love to eat.
Me too.
So I
The
That's
good
the
food,
same
yeah.
thing. Same here. Same here.
I'm gonna need some food.
I think on the dinner date, where I could be able to eat and communicate,
Yeah.
to see where your head is, and
Mm-hmm.
so communicate on different subjects.
Mhm.
So I'm in love with it's not somebody else to be educated, but to be able to talk, communicate on different various topics. And so I like this should say smart man. Doesn't have to be educated, but
No, he doesn't.
be
Just wants to know.
self-educated. If you self-educate yourself, you on various topics or stuff, you can be able to communicate. So yeah, some place where you communicate and talk and eat.
Yeah, you definitely have to be able to talk. And not about yourself either.
That's it.
We have to be able to communicate. Like I say something, you say something, and you showing me that you listen. And I'm not hearing about your entire life for the entire meal.
Yeah.
I have some stuff to send to Valerie sometime.
I totally agree. I'm totally agreeing. You know, because we all have our things. Some women just like a friend of mine, she says, well, she met her husband. They just went for ice cream and the date was $4, and she was fine with that. You know.
Oh.
So some people are different. For me, I'm a cake niece. I like to see you go all out. I need to see that first date have to be bumming.
Yeah, I can do
that's the
like
first
a
date though.
Yeah, it's the first. Well,
I don't want
some
you to
people
be
feel like
full
they
of
should
it,
just
and then I got to call you out on a second date. I don't.
Right.
That's just me. I don't want you to do all this cute shit on the first one. Then by the second one, I got to rip you a good one because that was cute, but you know. So I just want you to save your coins till we know.
I think too, some men, they lack creativity. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, for example, a first day could be a ferry ride. You take the lady on a ferry. Ferries aren't expensive. I mean, I'm just talking about like over here. You can jump on the boat and say, let's go on a ferry ride. And then, you know, like occasionally say you can bring a bottle of wine or do something like that. Now, some people like the picnic dates. For me, that's like when you're dating. I feel like I don't want to be on the floor with someone I just met for the first time or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of like too comfortable, at least for me. But I'm just saying, like ferry rides, and you could do excursions and just do something like out of the box for your first date. Like, to me, that sounds cool and fun. And that shouldn't cause you to rob the bank as to do those things. You know, but I mean, everybody's different. Some women just like simplicity. I don't like that. I extravagant.
I don't like that.
But in my day, my first date was a young man showing off who's going to school. My mother used to drink, was it Amstel beer? So he bought her a case of beer, and he just got me some flowers and sat right in the living room talking to me. That was my first.
Oh, that's cute. That's so cute. That's cute.
If he was alive, I would have been married to him for 58 years if he was alive.
Oh, wow.
He died 5 years ago.
Okay. So that's
So the
your
next
husband?
guy, beg pardon?
That's your late husband.
Yes. Now the next guy, he's gonna have to come up with a better thing than that.
Let him know. Let him know, Mom. Let him know. Let him know. That's right.
Yes.
I agree.
That was a simple date, but I got flowers.
Yeah. That's cute.
That was
Which is most important.
Yes. And I guess beer in those days cost $10 a case.
Yeah, so he looked out for you and Mom.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was my date.
Oh, that's sweet though. And you
Yeah.
remember that.
Oh yeah. Yes, I did. I do. So
That's real sweet. Alrighty, ladies. So we are closing this session. We may have to do a part 2 another day, but I just want to tell all of you, thank you so much for tuning in. I had a lot of fun and it was a great conversation.
Well, thank you for having us.
Yes.
Not a problem, not a problem. I
Okay.
felt the energy. It was a lot of great energy, so I love it. Hopefully the men will listen and they will learn a thing or two, and you'll be able to find some better persons approaching instead of just saying, hey, what you doing? They'll actually say, hello, my name is so and so. I think you look great. Can I take you on a date or something like that? So
Right.
so hopefully there's some improvement after the show.
Yeah.
Alrighty, everyone. So thank you so much for those tuning in. If you have not already done so, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel on Instagram. It's Shanice Hannah.
Okay.
And also, you can follow me on YouTube and Facebook. So that's Shanice Hannah, wife, mom, mogul. Thank you so much, everyone. Continue to have an awesome day. And remember, life is what you make it.
Yes.
See you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.